I'm Alastair MacWilson. I'm here at the conference representing the IISP. I'm the chair of the IISP and have been for the last 5 years. It's been a long while actually, and I've been partly in it and partly out of it. I actually started first career in the Foreign Office, not doing information security but being a diplomat, which some would argue I'm not very good at. Spent 14 years doing that, but I even then was very interested in cryptography and security, mathematical based security solutions. So I always had a hankering to get into the profession. An opportunity arose and I joined PwC, and I was the global head of technology at PwC for 12 years. And then following that, I became the global head of technology at Accenture for 11 years. Throughout that period, although that was largely running a technology business and meeting clients about technology, my passion for security and the security profession sort of always came to the surface. And so I did a lot of work for a lot of big, interesting companies on security as well as broader-based technology. Well, a couple of years ago I semi-retired. I left my job in Accenture and wanted to do a portfolio career, and that's what I've got. I mean, I was already the chair of the Institute, but I now sit on a UK government board on cyber, a US cyber committee. I'm actually an ambassador at the UN, the UN Security Council, and I help them think through the issues around cyber amongst other security factors. And I do a lot of work in the industry with companies, particularly new technology companies that are moving into this space. So I've now got this sort of ideal, possibly too compressed life of wearing various hats, but it certainly makes life really interesting, and you see a lot of the challenges that companies and governments face in this whole area. Well, some of the best bits have always been I didn't know it when I started my career, but I believe I'm a good consultant. I really like working for companies, and I've had the fortune of working for some of the best global companies there are out there, companies that really shine in everything they do. And if you get involved in an engagement, and some of them are incredibly complex, multi-million dollar or pound programs, that gives you immense satisfaction. The ability to deliver on those things, I can't tell you. It's really, really great stuff. Some of the downsides, though, there's always downsides. Some clients are really difficult. Not all clients are equal, and some represent real challenges. I find, given that I've always had a foot in government and a foot in the commercial world, I find the difficulties around all the Snowden revelations to be a real problem in the profession, how we respond to that type of thing. It's got emotions going and so on. So there's always a downside, but they're generally overtaken by the fact that we're in a profession that is probably the fastest moving profession in the whole technology arena. It's innovating at a rate that's faster than anything else, and is really helping business and organisations do new things, and that balances out, outpaces the negatives. So it's a terrific profession to be in. Well, yes, think hard. I mean, it's a great profession to be in, and I think actually in the last 10 years it's really got status, and recognition that security professionals are not just optional, they are a mandatory requirement in business or in government. I think, though, that because of the fast pace of the industry and the profession, I think those coming into it, that wasn't a facetious comment about thinking hard. there are so many different disciplines now. I regard myself as one of the old hat generalists. Nowadays there are far fewer generalists. Maybe they're at senior positions, but the people coming into the profession have to decide. And there's some really exciting areas, new areas of the business, things like analytics, forensics, pen testing, a whole ethical testing area, systems development and so on, that are so exciting. I think if I had my time again, I'd probably still be in the profession, but maybe would have angled into a different part of the profession, something that really makes life interesting. So